Yes, hello and welcome to the post-match presentation for the second Afghanistan versus Ireland T20I match, and what a cracking classic encounter we've seen between these two great old rivals. It ebbed and flowed. Ireland were right on top at first before Afghanistan came roaring back with the bat, and in the end Afghanistan held off that late fight back to win by 10 runs. I'd like to start by introducing my presentation party across to my left, starting with Mr. Abdul Rahman Fida, who's part of the Afghan Council General in Dubai. Next to him is Mr. Abhishek Jha, a board member for Hedge & Sachs, one of our sponsors. Then Mr. Abdullah Sadarkeel, who's a board member of the Afghanistan Cricket Board. And finally, Ms. Aishwarya Bhagat Kumar, a customer engagement manager for E&M Money. You're all very welcome, everyone. Great to have you alongside me. Okay, we've got lots of awards to give out, 3 of them in total, but before we get to them, a huge thanks to our sponsors. Firstly, Etisalat Afghanistan, Super Cola, Bank Milli Afghan and Hedge Sachs for their fantastic contribution towards cricket in Afghanistan. Those awards are going to start now with the stylish player of the match, and that first award will be presented by Mr. Abdullah Sadarkeel, who's a board member of the ACB, and they're going to receive a cheque for 25,000 Afghani. And it goes to the one and only Mohammad Nabi for his brilliant innings of 59 off 38 balls. And also a great contribution with the ball as well, 1 for 14. And yet another award for the grand old statesman, the great servant of Afghan cricket. Very well played, Mohammad Nabi. Okay, our second award, this is new for the T20 series. We had it a couple of nights ago, and it's going to be the cheque for 40,000 Afghan for the biggest 6-hitter of the day. And this one ebbed and flowed like some of our other awards, and it's going to go to Ireland's Gareth Delaney for his 4 maximums. It was a brilliant late cameo from Gareth Delaney. He made 39 off just 18 balls and so nearly got Ireland over the line. But the series is now tantalisingly poised at 1 apiece. Okay, we're going to now speak to one of the 2 captains. We'll speak to Ireland's Paul Stirling. Well, Sterlo, what an incredible game of cricket, firstly. How much did you enjoy that out there? It was a thrilling contest.
Another brilliant game. Yeah, it seems like we just cough up these games out of nowhere and they always seem to be close. So I'm actually really happy with how we performed. Delighted with coming back into the game when we felt we were out as well. So lots of positives to work on, and we've got another chance tomorrow to try and win a series.
It feels as though, despite the defeat tonight, there's a fantastic atmosphere amongst the Irish camp. The energy levels, the camaraderie between the team, it's never been higher. Is this as close as a unit you've been in an awfully long time?
I think it's good. It's just something we don't have to work on too hard. It's something we naturally have. We've been out here for a month together and it feels like a family feel. So we know there's only another day left, and hopefully we can put in another performance.
Let's talk about the bowlers. Josh Little, Mark Adair outstanding at the top, and at 14 for 4 you're all over Afghanistan. It took a very special innings from Mohammad Nabi and then a contribution from Rashid Khan to get Afghanistan up to an above par total.
Absolutely, yeah. It seems to be the tale of the matches so far. They bowled excellently up top, and I think that partnership from Afghanistan was brilliant to bring them back into the game as well. So it's very tit for tat, so more to come.
What about the position with the batting? You were 49 for none. You looked in great control. Yourself and Andy Balbirnie were going well, but those old problems against spin have come back to haunt you. I think you lost 7 for 46 to their spinners.
Yeah, look, that seems to be the norm here as well for us. Something for us to work on. We have been in the nets, and it just hasn't been happening for us out in the middle. You also have to take into account you're playing against world-class players and probably one of the best attacks in world cricket. So take a combination of those things and land somewhere in the middle, and hopefully we can improve that for tomorrow.
Bit of a word for Gareth Delaney. Having that extra depth in the batting, I think, is a real asset to you in this format, and he showed his power hitting at its very best there.
Yeah, we know how hard he can hit the ball, and he's getting improving every year he plays. So I think it's good for someone to be able to come in and do what he's done today. It's a really important position for us to hit sixes at the back end, and he did that delightfully today.
Just finally, very quickly, tomorrow night, can you win the series?
Of course, I think we've seen over the last month that it's been tit for tat, as I said. I think we just need to be better in those periods where it's slightly going against us, and hopefully that'll be enough.
Sterling, thanks so much for talking to us. Good luck tomorrow night. That's Paul Sterling, the captain of Ireland. It will be a thrilling finale tomorrow night. Now, you might have noticed we haven't spoken to Rashid Khan yet, and we haven't presented our player of the match yet. So our final award is going to be presented with a cheque for 50,000 Afghani. That will be presented by Miss Aishwarya Bhagat Kumar. It will be followed by the player of the match trophy to be presented by Mr. Abdul Rahman Fida, the Afghan Consul General in Dubai. It was another split decision up in the commentary box. It really could have gone either way between maybe two of Afghanistan's best of all time. A special mention for Mohammed Nabi with his brilliant contribution, but the player of the match for his 25 off 12 balls and a quite wonderful spell of leg spin bowling with 4 for 14. That's 7 wickets in 2 games from now. The player of the match, it's Rashid Khan. So Rashid will firstly receive his cheque for 50,000 Afghani, being presented by Miss Aishwarya Bhagat Kumar. And Rashid will also now receive his trophy for the player of the match, presented by Mr. Abdul Rahman Fida. Sensational performance. Give it up again for Rashid Khan. And finally, I'd like to ask Rashid Khan to come up and be interviewed by my co-commentator, Ahmed Fadai.
Mubarak Lobamunan Wagatala. Selag Warkhata wali, Akhira Warki Atalas Numri Pakar wali.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Belum sar ke kho de bariya mubaraki tolo minawalu ta wakan yo مهم لوبه د موږ د پاره غټلې ډېر مهم وزکه چې سیریز کې پاره کېدل T20 لوبه د امدا خبره مینس کې لوغاړو ته ما کړه چې یو اور موږ خراب وکړو نو کې دي شي لوبه هغه خواته تللی شي خو بیا هم فضل حق هغه سکلز تو سره چې اتلس ډېر رنزونه خو T20 لوبه د هیڅ کلم سره ریلیکس نه خو خپ دی و چې میچ موږ ټلو اخیری اوري خطر سره
دا ډیره مهمه ده چې تاسو د کپتان په صفت باندې په خپل ځوانو لوبغاړو باندې باور کوئ خو کله چې د افغانستان په 14 نمبر باندې څلور آوټو څه احساس مو درلود په ډګ آوټ کې څه خبرې روانې وې
بالکل په T20 لوبه کې شروعات ډیر مهمه خو بیا دغه ثبت شروعات کم بیک ډیر مشکلی خو یوازینی پلان هم دا و چې یو پارتنرشپ جوړو په T20 کې دوه لوبغاړي رنزونه کنه ماغه ټوټل هدف چې د 1.5 سلته 140 تر رسیدو د موږ هدف هم دا 140 په خرنزونه څنګه چې نبی او صدیق لوب مخکې وړه هغه نورسته هغه څنګه فینیش شو نو T20 کې واته لوبغاړي رنزونه نه کا همدا یو دوه لوبغاړي چې هغه کې خوځ لیګ یو ټوټل یو زیته ورسی کله چې 15 شپږ لوبغاړي پرفارم کوي اتوماتیکلی ټوټل بیا هدف 200 تر رسی خو په دې وکټ ما په نظر یو نیم سر خرنزونه پلان هم دا چې تر اخره بورلاټ شو پورا ورنه ولوبو
فینیش باندې مخبره وکړه تاسو راغلی لوبه مو په خپل انداز بیا فینیش کړه راشد خان واقعا بیرته راغی په دوه میچونو کې مو وو وکټ اخیستې دي نن مو څلور واخیستې آیرلند په خلاف د دې مخکې تاسو دوه دفعې 15 وکټ اخیستې دي دوه دفعې څلور وکټ اخیستې دي دوی سره مو لوبه ډیره خوښیږي
لوبه خو د هر یو هیواد چې خوښیږي خو دوی سره لوبې موږ لګې ډېرې کړې دي خاطر وکټ هم ډېرې اخیستي خو همیشه هم کوشش تا چې هر لوبډلې د هر چا سره میچي خو ځلې کو کوم د ما بولینګ چې دا پاغه باندې زه ډېر باوري اوسم او پاغه باندې کار کړم ورځ پورې ته نورم خکو
سیریز مو برابر کو راتلونکي لوبه څنګه ګوري ګټلای شي
کوشش وکړو ان شاء الله چې خلو به تر سره کړو افورت وکړو په ګراوند کې همدا هدف هم نه مو رزلټ جدا خبره ده خو د ټولو هدف کوشش پدای چې په ګراوند کې خو زلیګو اکه بولینګ کې بیټینګ او فیلډینګ په درې واړو برخو کې به موږ 100% کوشش کړو نو یوازې کوشش ته د موږ لاس کې رزلټ الله په لاس کې نو ګورو چې ان شاء الله افورت هم خې نو د خیر رزلټ هم د موږ ته خای
ډیر مننه راشد خان تاسو ډیر مننه کوم ویل That was with Rashid Khan, who believed that there were brief nervous moments, but you only will look at one or two players can take the game away. Mohammad Nabi's inning of 59 was what brought Afghanistan to a respectable total. Look forward to the match tomorrow. Happy to have squared the series. And that is it from the presentation ceremony. Stay with us. The series is 1-1 each. So the next one tomorrow will be the decider.